Let's do it. All right, so it's been a lot of heat around you, man. Like, what's going on with the pedophile stuff? It's like it's coming to the point where it's coming into my inbox. It's Chief, y'all. And I wanted to talk to you about it. Let's have a dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's bothering you.
Right.
It's bothering you. Talk to me about it, because I've heard briefly about it, because I know you said some stuff about it recently, before, in the past, and then, like, it's kind of plaguing you at this point, you know what I'm saying? And, like, people are really fucking with you, you know, and the demon is coming at you hard.
That's fact.
So at this point, it's like we want to just nip it all in the bud, you know what I'm saying? And just talk about it. Let's have a dialogue about it, and let's leave it here.
That's right.
Last video, get it all out. Hold on real quick.
Okay.
Hold on real quick.
Yo, we live, yo.
No, quiet the fuck down.
That's a fact.
So we are we're here today to just get to the bottom of it. Put it all out there. People always gonna say what they're gonna say. Right? So it is what it is. So we just want to sit here and get to the bottom. Talk to me about what happened in the scenario. So every detail, I want to know everything. Tell me what happened. What's going on with this whole thing? Like, just let it all out. Real nigga moment. No, God should not lie. Recorded into the Akashic Records. Let's just put it, boom, point blank period. Let's talk about it. What happened?
So, you want to talk about as far as the video or the actual?
No, the actual event. Like, what happened?
The actual event, right? So, when I was stationed in Georgia, in Augusta, Georgia.
Your age?
Say probably about maybe 24, 25, somewhere around in there. Because I was in Fort Gordon from 2010 to 2014. I was there for 4 years. So I had to be around 24, 25, somewhere around in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to come home. It was about 3 hours and a half drive away from Fort Gordon, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to spend the night with my Babylon pops, who me and my Babylon sisters share. You know, that's how we're related.
Okay, how old was your sister? What was the ages of your sisters at the time?
Sisters at the time, I would say the youngest one was maybe 9 or 10, and the oldest one was probably like 13.
And your age was again?
About 24, 25.
24, yeah.
Yep, and I used to come to my Babylon Pop's house and would spend the night, kick it, watch movies, drink, whatnot. And at the time, I was a heavy drinker. I would drink to the point of blacking out. Not all the time, but there would be times where I would drink and I not remember fully what happened the night before. And
so you was abusing alcohol?
Absolutely, to the fullest extent.
Okay.
And I remember one night I had woke up the next AM, and I remember going into my Babylon sister's room, and I remember going in there. And the next,
what were you going in there for?
I was going in there to see if they were asleep. I heard the TV was on, and it was late, and I went in there to see if they were asleep.
Do you usually go in their room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing abnormal for me to go in their room. You know what I'm saying? I'm their brother, so, well, Babylon brother. And I went in. I remember going in there, and then the next AM, I don't know why I thought that was possible, but I did have the thought. I was like, because I know it would be times where I would get drunk and people would be like, yo, you was wilding last night, and I couldn't put it past myself to say that I don't remember what I did the night before. That's happened to me before. And I had the thought. I was like, could I have done that to my sisters? I had the thought.
What made you think that?
I'm not. That's the thing.
You woke up in their room?
No. I woke up on the sofa where I usually sleep at, in the living room. I didn't wake up in their room or nothing like that.
So wait, what would give you the thought? Why would you have the thought? I'm not understanding.
I'm not sure why I would have had that thought, but I thought about it. I thought, was that something that I could have done?
So if you didn't know you did it and you had no notion you did it, why even bring it up?
I'm not. When I was talking to a reflection yesterday,
right,
and I know that I was at a very low point in my life, and I wanted to die. And what I came to the conclusion of, I thought I was thinking on that manner as a reason to go forth with a suicide. That's what I think. That's what I think was the driving force.
So you have no recollection or memory of, and remember, you're being recorded right now.
That's facts, yeah.
An Akashic record. So this day is being recorded. So at the end of your life, this will play back.
That's fine.
This is your moment to confess. This is your moment to come clean. This is your moment to say, hey, I told the truth. It's out there. So you can't lie to me.
Right.
You can't lie to anyone. You can't lie to yourself. So here's your moment to just let it all out. What you did. You could totally be real right here because you know that you're going to be recorded.
Right.
I'm not talking about these cameras. I'm talking about life. When you die, your life will play back to you. In this moment, you had your opportunity to come clean.
Right.
If you did anything. And so, just to reiterate, did you touch your sisters? You have any recollection of touching your sisters at all?
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay. So you, why did you have those thoughts then?
That's the part. I don't know. I think it was in alignment with the way my life was going at that time. I was really depressed. During that time, I was considering suicide as well.
Why?
Because of the lifestyle I was living. I was in the military. I didn't want to be there, and I was using it as a means of survival in Babylon because I didn't think I could do anything else. I was in there for at that time I had been in for 3 or 4 years,
right.
And you have a contract,
right.
So you can't just get out the military when
Absolutely.
you want to.
Right.
So I was going through this phase of being depressed because I felt like I got myself in a situation that I couldn't get out of.
Right.
And I was supplementing that fact with alcohol, cigarettes, and other drugs.
Right.
So.
Okay. So all right. So, okay. So you came here and you might have heard confessions from other people that had, their own things that's going on sexually within their life. Maybe they were touched. Maybe they were. Most of us have had some kind of abuse. You see what I'm saying? We come from broken backgrounds. And did you feel left out, and that's why you maybe said that?
Yeah. I watched you say things that most people don't even have the courage to say. And,
right.
And I was like, okay, well, this is a part of the journey. So I have to talk about things that I know that I wasn't readily able to talk about in Babylon. I chose not to talk about it. It was 5 things. It was did I possibly had touched my Babylon sisters? That was 1. Liking transsexual porn, attempting suicide at one point, 2 women getting an abortion. At least they said they got an abortion at that time. Just things that I know I never talked about. And the 5th one was, I'm not even sure what the 5th one was.
But those were the main ones.
Those were the main 4
Sounds
points.
like 4. Okay. Yeah. So with that being stated, you therefore came out and said that, and now what? Now you said that. Did I? And I don't know. And you said that your sister came in your live.
Not that video that I confessed on, but I did another video. And when I had first left Babylon, she was hitting me up all the time, trying to see where I was at, what happened, what's going on. And I ignored her because I felt like this was a part of myself that wouldn't understand my journey, and I chose not to speak with my Babylon family. I did it to everyone. I didn't talk to none of them. And she actually came in one of my live videos while I was talking about it, because a demon had said something about the video I did prior to, and she said clearly in the comments, she's like, nothing like that ever happened. You're not like that. You're not that type of person. And she even messaged
So she confirmed that nothing happened.
Right.
So nothing happened, dude.
Right.
Nothing happened. But you are feeling the shadows, should I say. You're feeling the shadows and the pedophile. Sorry, guys. The heat is like 100 and something degrees here, and the UV rays make your phone heat up really quick. So it makes your phone heat up really quick. So welcome back. So we got another phone. All right, so listen. we gotta reiterate some of the stuff that was said.
Facts.
Okay, so your sister comes up in the live,
Right.
in the joint, and said you didn't do that shit.
Right.
In turn, you changed the story up.
I changed the story up. It was a couple of months after she told me that it never happened.
Right.
That I changed the story up because there was kind of like a delay on the demons. I guess it took a minute for people to catch on to the video, so I didn't lie about changing the story up until the demons started coming in on a regular basis. It became a daily thing, every second of the day type thing. So I said, let me make up a story to try to diffuse the demons because it was getting out of hand.
Okay. So, you made up this story, which was a lie.
Right.
You feeling bad about that.
Right.
Now you feeling bad about lying.
Right.
Now you done. That's the thing about lying. Once you tell one lie, you gotta
Perpetuate the lie.
Yeah,
More
like
lies, yeah.
so. Let's make it clear right here. Let's make it clean.
All right, so clear and clean. I lied about making up the story. The story was actually true. When I was when I had got drunk one time at my Babylon Pop's house, I remember going into my Babylon sister's room, and the next AM I had wondered if I could have possibly touched them. That was a thought that I expressed along with a couple of other thoughts during a live video.
Which you then you therefore found out you didn't.
Right. Yeah, that was the first, and it never got to that point of me.
What people don't know about you is that you're super honest. Like,
yeah.
that's something that you probably should have never said at all. Like, but
Right.
the thing about you, what people don't know, and I have to clear this up, is that you're super fucking honest. And that's one of the things we love about you, dude. Like, we need that here. Like, you're like one of the honest dudes here. Like, you'll just come out and be like, yeah, I did this. It'd be some petty shit. Like, dude, why did you have to tell us that? Yo, you be so honest to a fault.
Okay.
So now you're tangled up in your own honesty. And
Right.
your own honesty. It's crazy.
Yeah, cause after I did the live, I was expecting the same feedback that I got when I had expressed that I was an alcoholic. When I was an alcoholic, I got a lot of feedback back. People talking about, yeah, I'm an alcoholic too. I was in the military. Your story changed me. So I was like, cool. Let me talk about other demons that I haven't talked about that I know people don't talk about on a regular basis. And the touching my sister part, I didn't get the reverb that I thought I was gonna get back. It was completely negative. Nobody called me an alcoholic like you said, Chief. But as far as the touching the sister thing goes, it was.
Let me say this. What carbonation is the healing of the African American generational curses.
Right.
Okay? And that takes counseling. The issues we sit down and talk about publicly have got us into a lot of controversy and propaganda. But it's stuff that needs to be sat down and talked about by our people for us to heal. So what we're doing by example is healing. We're making our people heal through us. And our people are watching who don't want to be healed and actually attacking us for it. But it's okay. We're here to heal through this. And until we sit down and talk about these issues, real nigga issues, sexuality is one of them. Because no one educated us about our sexual education, our sexuality. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's two main things that black people, African American people are very immature about. And that's sexuality and white people. And we were taught both of them. We were taught ignorance about white people and roots and slavery. We were made to hate. We were also taught that we have a problem with sexuality. We have a real problem with homosexuality and sexuality itself. And a lot of abuse going on. Most of us been touched by our family members, and we need to sit down and talk about this and understand what happened and what's going through. And so carbonation is given an avenue for that transitional healing. No one's sitting down talking. You don't see nobody sitting down talking. No black leader is talking about the real issues that's going to allow us to evolve to a higher state. No one's sitting down talking about the things that are going to actually evolve us into our godhood. You could sit here and say black excellence and own all the businesses you want. Nigga, till you talk about how your auntie fucking molested you, until you talk about how your daddy, all of those things block up your chakras. And you will never enter the higher realms of existence until you overcome those things. And so don't blame us for putting it out front and out forward. Being brave enough to talk about the things that no one wants to talk about. But those are the very things that we have to heal through. You understand what I'm saying? So we commend you, brother. We commend you to even go there to spark those thoughts for other people to look on and be like, you know what? It's so many people out there that have done things with their family members that are so confused within their sexuality, and then they perpetuate this into their adulthood, and then guess what? They rape somebody or they get raped because they don't understand their sexual energy as they was young, and then they feel guilty all throughout their life. And our people walk around traumatized sexually, talking about, yeah, we got money. Look, man, let's sit and talk about how to deal with these things. Let's sit and talk. And if we can't come to each other without y'all calling the fucking white man on us, we can't come to each other and talk without y'all calling the fucking white man on us. Because y'all want to be house niggas. We can't sit and talk a hill without you calling us a fucking pedophile. How the fuck are we supposed to grow if we can't sit in a space amongst ourselves, whether that's online publicly to ourselves or not? I don't give a damn. Black people should protect us. We should have a place we should be able to talk about these things and heal. And that's all you're doing.
Right.
So what happened to you is so that you can show others how to be brave enough to talk about it. Whether you did it or not, you were able to talk about it. And that's what makes you different than them motherfuckers that's pointing a finger at you. He without sin cast the first stone. Who the hell can judge you? The same measurements they use to judge you, they will be judged by. No one can judge you. We are so immature. We need to grow the fuck up. Everyone is advancing but us. Because we don't know how to sit down and love each other and protect each other and accept each other, flaws and all. That's love. Love accepts you, flaws and all. And black people don't love themselves, so they can't love you. That's what's wrong with the community. We want to look over our problems. We want to act like those don't fucking exist. We want to act like we're all perfect. Well, we're not. We're broken. And these are the issues that make us broken. These are the things that make us broken. And until we sit down and talk about these things, until we sit down and create a space where people can, African American people can sit down and talk about traumas, will we ever stop perpetuating those problems?
That's fact.
It stops with us, and it stops through counseling. Gracias. Gracias. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
That's a fact.
Are we froze?
No, looks good.
Come on, man. We're froze, bro. What the fuck? How the fuck?
You sure?
Yo, you know it's hot when you in the shade. Phone heats up. Your phone. You